Hello, my name is Thando and this is Khuluma. And today we have Khomotso who's going to tell us a little bit about RMI TED, RMIS, as well as probably a little sneak peek about what's going to be happening sometime this month. Am I right?
Yes, you're right, Thando. Thank you so much for inviting me here at the RMI Khuluma. And it's a very good pleasure for me to be here and be with you today.
Thank you. Tell us about yourself. Who are you? Who is this Khomotso Mashiloane that we hear about who's going to be telling us a lot about red meat today?
Okay, Khomotso Mashiloane it's an animal scientist by profession who studied BSc in agriculture. Then Faraday started to do some teachers education at some point, and whereby he was able to register also as a certified educator for high school learners. And then through hard work and dedication, he was working as a feedlot project coordinator in one of the co-ops in South Africa, until to a point whereby he realized a gap in an industry that there is a need for inclusive growth, and he did enroll his master's related to inclusive growth in the red meat. That's why he made RMI TED, RMIS.
Oh, wow, so a very, very much knowledgeable man in this area of work. So you mentioned RMI TED, RMIS. What is that all about? What is it?
Okay, just to bring a picture in a nutshell, is that RMIS stands for Red Meat Industry Services, which is a company that was formed last year around November by the primary meat cluster, which composed of RPO, NERBO, SAFA, and Abattoir Association, whereby they apply the levies on behalf of the farmers and they ensure that they run the entire industry. So within that RMIS, there are 4 pillars that they're focusing on, which is animal health and public health, inclusive growth, market access, and competitive and sustainability. That's where inclusive growth comes in as RMI TED to provide the service.
Wow, so there's a lot of work that you guys do. So I heard you mention something about a feedlot internship program.
Yes, under RMI TED we offer various services, which include like training. Training is one of the mandates that we are focusing on, because we believe that there is a lack of knowledge within our farmers. So we need to empower them with knowledge for them to be able to thrive in this red meat industry. So we provide training, we provide feedlot internship to those potential upcoming farmers in the industry, and we also do some farm visit etc. So under the feedlot internship program, luckily this year I was one of those interns, and a lot happening there. Do you want to know more about it?
Yeah, tell me a little bit more. What happened?
Okay, first, do you know what is a feedlot?
No. What is a feedlot?
What is a feedlot? Okay, so feedlot is one of the beef production system that we use in South Africa. Is commonly used because over 75% of the meat that you consume in South Africa is through feedlot. So feedlot is where animals are being confined in an area for a period of about 120 days, and they've been fed a high concentrate for them to be able to grow faster and produce more meat that we can serve the nation with.
Oh, wow. So speaking about feedlots, is there anything that's going to be happening that people can kind of access that's going to give them a little bit more information on this feedlot internship program?
What we do actually in general is that each and every year we take about 6 students where we put them in this process of being able to, we train them actually to be feedlotters, because we believe that there is a huge gap and there is a potential in growing our market through using such programs to uplift our farmers. So this is one of the programs that we strongly believe that it's a way that we can help our farmers to nourish or to grow in this industry. How do we do that? We put them in a 8 weeks program where they're going to learn about how to process their animals in the feedlot, then being placed for a starter ration grower, finish how to select, how to identify a sick animal in the process, how to identify which animal is suitable to be placed in the feedlot. That's why with the upcoming event we are going to talk about diseases prevention in the red meat industry.
So what is this event you're talking about? What is going to be happening?
Okay, actually here at RMI TED, each and every month we are going to host a webinar where we will be discussing concepts that we feel like they are of need to our farmers. So like on the 24th of August, it will be me, Mr. Mashiloane K, will be having a talk with our farmers to talk about diseases, prevention, how to control them. Why is it important for you to have biosecurity? Why is it important for you to understand the difference between a treatment and also a vaccine?
So, a sneak peek, what is the difference between a treatment and a vaccine and say a disease all in one?
Okay, working with emerging farmers made me to realize that there is a huge gap in knowledge. Like last week I was in one of the farms and then I asked a farmer, what vaccination do you use? Or what immunization do you use for your animals? And then he said one of the antibiotics. And that's where I started to realize that no, some farmers, they are unable to differentiate that there is a treatment from antibiotics and also some internal and external parasite control, and also there is a vaccine on the other side. So a vaccine, it's more of a bacteria or a virus. Actually, it's an organism that is made up of that disease that is introduced to that animal for it to be able to develop immunity. So with a treatment or antibiotic is something that we give to animals just to boost the immune system or also to kill the bacteria that is already in the animal.
So why is it important for farmers to know that prevention is much better than treating the disease later?
Yeah, because we're looking at our roadmap to 2030, looking at the statistics there, it is shown that over 40% of the mortalities we get from the emerging farmers, and even less winning rate that we receive also from the emerging farmers. This is because they don't vaccinate their animals. They don't have any vaccination program that is in place. So if you don't prevent, you are risking a lot to lose a lot of animals in your head. So it's better for you to prevent than to treat. And when it's time, let's say for instance you didn't vaccinate for a particular disease, it is important also to have a knowledge on identifying early signs of sickness in each animal so you can be able to provide help as soon as possible.
Wow. So I just have one question for you. Have you ever thought about being a farmer, or just being in the fields, working there instead of being in the whole research area of this?
Actually, I grew up in a farm, but it's more of a poultry farm. But now we are busy establishing it to be related to red meat. So we are growing nicely, and as we grow in the industry. So as much as I'm helping my farmers with the knowledge that I have, is the same knowledge that I also implant to the farm that we have, because at the same time we also host students where we also give them some knowledge for them to be able to grow in the industry. We want quality in the red meat industry.
No, I can definitely see that. So we're excited. We'll be attending your webinar. I know for sure I'm definitely going to tune in on the 24th of August.
Yes.
At
10 to 11 o'clock.
10 to 11.
Don't miss out, because it's a very good opportunity for you to learn at no costs.
No, definitely I won't.
Okay.
Well, that is it for us for today. Thank you for joining us at Khuluma, and we hope to talk to you again soon about more of the work you're doing.
Thank you so much also for hosting me here. It's a very great pleasure for me to talk about the industry. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure.